Okay, guys, I'm just going to talk you through the events of World War II. This is not something that is going to be coming up on any exams, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what happened between Anschluss and the end of the war, basically. So, the first thing to happen is the invasion of Poland. And the invasion of Poland is the start of World War II. So it begins in August 1939, when members of the German SS dressed as Polish army attacked a German radio station, and Hitler uses this as an excuse to attack. Okay, so it's all set up. On the 3rd of September 1939, Britain and France then declare war on Germany. So Poland is quickly defeated thanks to blitzkrieg, okay, so that lightning war tactic, that air force, that Luftwaffe that Hitler has. And Germany and the USSR divide Poland between them. Great. Over the winter of 1939, there's actually not much happening. It's called the Phoney War. So German and French troops face each other at the border of Germany and France, but they don't actually do anything. The only fighting that's really happening is at sea. So Denmark, poor little Denmark, defeated in a day. German ships and paratroopers land in Norway. It's conquered in a few days. So Hitler puts a puppet president in place that in Norway. He's sympathetic to Hitler, and so we can start to see the Nazi influence spread. So the invasion of France. You know how I feel about the French army. So France have put the Maginot Line in place. And the Maginot Line is a line of fortifications, buildings along the border between France and Germany. And the French thought, do you know what? This will save us. They don't account for air force that might fly over these buildings. And they also don't put any of these buildings into the forests that line the border. So France is overrun with German troops, and it very quickly signs its surrender. But France is divided between northern France and southern France, and a puppet government is put in place in the south. It's called Vichy France, and it is sympathetic to Germany. It's run by a man called Pétain, who is a retired army general, and he is also complicit in sending Jews to concentration camps in Germany. So Operation Sea Lion and the Battle of Britain. This is probably the most famous part of World War II. It's when Germany and Britain face off, basically. Winston Churchill is the new Prime Minister, and he delivers that famous, rousing speech, "We will fight them on the beaches," which is incidentally where Leo Varadkar may have taken his inspiration for his first speech on Patrick's Day about COVID-19. Hitler wanted to control the skies, to gain control over the skies over the English Channel. So that's called Operation Sea Lion. And he uses that blitzkrieg, okay, so that lightning warfare, so where the Air Force fly in, drop bombs, leave. Okay, lightning warfare, blitzkrieg. And the Blitz in London is the result of Hitler's blitzkrieg. So it's the Luftwaffe flying over London, dropping bombs. The tube stations in London were used as bomb shelters, and there was a blackout in London where everyone would turn off their lights and make sure that there was no light to be seen to confuse German pilots as to where the cities were. Children, incidentally, were also sent out to the countryside to protect them. So there's lots of novels about that, Goodnight Mr. Tom and so on, about children who left London to go to the countryside to be protected from the Battle of Britain, basically. It wasn't until June 1941 that Hitler switched direction and attacked the USSR.